Hey guys, this is a response vid to Koikitsune2009's video on last-gen gaming opposed to current-gen gaming. He covered a variety of topics, and I want to respond to his points. Uh, the console I started gaming on was the Sega Genesis, but I was kind of young. The games I primarily played were Sonic, Golden Axe, and yeah, I think that was about it. So I gamed on my dad's PlayStation, and I was a big fan of the Final Fantasy games, and I do prefer the older RPGs. That's why I bought Final Fantasy 1. I never owned an NES, so I got to play it on this. And the Final Fantasy Anthology, I don't know if we'll be able to see that very well. It has Final Fantasy 5 and 6 on it. I liked 6, but didn't care too much for 5. And I do own this game, which I think is a great game. Has a lot of great games on it. If you're into the Sega Genesis at all, I highly recommend you getting it. That's the primary reason I bought it, because I started gaming on Sega Genesis. There were some games I missed out on. Although I do wish I had other games like Blades of Vengeance on there, but that's that. And and he said that with current gen gaming, they're focusing more on being Call of Duty, and yeah, pretty much. That's what a lot of game developers are trying to go for, is like Call of Duty essentially. And he said the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox era were essentially the last real generation of gaming. And I kind of agree with that, but there were a few games I was excited for this gen. Here's one of them, God of War 3. And another game I was excited for, was really disappointed in, was Jak and Daxter, the Lost Frontier. I was a huge fan of the Jak games. It has like Ratchet and Clank games, but those have kind of gone downhill. And the only game I'm really looking forward to in 2012 is Sly 4. And he made a comment about MMORPGs and how he thinks it's stupid that after you buy the game you have to pay for it. And yeah, I completely agree with that, 100%. That, and I've never been really that into MMORPGs. I play primarily console RPGs. Here's an example of a good current day RPG, White Knights Chronicles. And I did bash this game before. Well, before I played it, saying I was never really looking forward to playing it. I've played it. It's Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, and I think it's a pretty good game so far. I haven't beat it yet, but I do hopefully plan to upload a review on it. Another problem I think with current gen gaming is the famous game reviewers such as IGN or GameSpot will give a game a really good rating even though it might not deserve it, just because it's a popular title. Like Call of Duty games, and a good example would be Dragon Age 2. I'll put a link in the description to Razorfists Dragon Age 2 review, which is a good example of that. And he said that with the PS4 and Xbox 720 being released, so the economy's not right, because he thinks that the game consoles, when they're released, will be too expensive, and that probably the only upgrade over the last two will be the graphics, which, yeah, I do kind of agree that maybe they should push it back a little bit, wait a little bit longer, like maybe 2015, 2016, maybe even 2017. That might be a little bit too long of a wait, but wait till you actually have new stuff for your system, new games for your system, before you just release it to make a quick buck. And he said that he thinks the Wii U should be released, though, like it's supposed to be what the Wii was supposed to be originally. I don't necessarily agree with that, because I think maybe they should wait another year for that at least, and then release some more games for the Nintendo Wii before releasing the Wii U. That's what I think they should do. And I don't think the Wii U should cost that much, because it's supposed to have graphics on par with the Xbox 360 and PS3, which was the Wii was supposed to do, but that's what some people are saying. But I do think all three developers, Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, need to maybe just wait to release their new systems, to put more time into their systems, make sure these systems they have at least get a few more games before they release their new systems, so that people who don't buy those systems on release date will at least have a few other games to play in the meantime until they decide to get the new system. And he also said that with Microsoft there is to Connect, and that fact that they're advertising the hell out of it means they should at least wait a little while before releasing the 720. But then he said that Sony wasn't at as much fault as them, which I do think they are, because to be real honest, there's nothing coming out for the Kinect or the Move that I honestly care to play. And I think they should be using those a little bit more, but not overusing them. Before it's a new system, because they just released those. At least try and use them. And so the final verdict: do I think that last gen gaming is better than this gen? Kind of, because last gen was you had more variety. It felt like this gen, it feels like they're just trying to cater to the first-person shooter fans and casual fans. That's personally what I think. I don't think there's any turn-based RPGs this generation, and there's not that many RPGs in general, which I'm a huge RPG fan. And a game I forgot to leave out when I said games I was looking forward to: Tekken 6. And I more than likely won't be getting a PS4 when it comes out on launch date, because, to be honest, the only game I'm really looking forward to coming out for that system is God of War 4 and Uncharted 4. Those are like the only two games that are, from what I understand, have a guaranteed coming out for that system. So those are like the only really two games I'm excited for coming out next generation. So those are my opinions. I'd appreciate your guys' opinions in the comment section, like how you think current gen gaming is opposed to last gen, like which one do you think is better. And also go check out Koikitsune's channel, or GX Squared Productions, whichever one you'd rather check out. Put a link in the description for both of them, and I'll be posting this as a video response to his video. He has a very good channel if you're into game reviews. I highly suggest check him out. If not, I guess not. Anyway, this is my video. Have a great day.